This morning during the second meditation, I found myself formulating a question. And then just as I decided I would ask something about it in this session, you opened your mouth and you answered my question. But I have another question as a result of your answer. So my question was originally, when I try to go back to my true being, it feels like an escape, like I am rejecting the world.
It is a temporary escape. It's not a rejection, but it is a temporary escape.
Yeah.
It's a temporary escape from the tyranny of your thoughts, feelings, sensations, and perceptions. I'm not sure that I'd use the word escape, but you could. It's escape. Sometimes in California they call it a spiritual bypass.
Yeah.
It is, I say unashamedly, it is a spiritual bypass. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. You are bypassing your thoughts and feelings and going directly to your true nature. Now, if you never turned around again and addressed your thoughts and feelings, your sensations and perceptions, your activities and relationships, then this returning to being could legitimately be called an escape or a spiritual bypass in the pejorative sense, the negative sense. But it's just a temporary turning away from the content of experience, as I just said to Rika, in order to see clearly who we are. Because everybody now has the experience of being myself, not just all of us, but all 8 billion of us. Everyone has the experience, I am myself. But not everybody knows what they really mean when they say, I am their self. Their self is a kind of amalgam of being and consciousness, plus thoughts, feelings, sensations, perceptions, actions, and relationships, and so on. So whilst everybody knows their self, not everybody knows their self clearly. Why? Because their self is mixed with the content of experience. So to know yourself clearly, it's necessary to turn away from the content of experience, to not to reject, but just to turn away from the content of experience so you can focus on your being and taste the nature of your being. Oh, I thought I was agitated and sorrowful and suffering and lonely and hurt and upset. I realize I'm this pristine, inherently peaceful, unconditionally fulfilled being. And then you turn around again and re-engage with your thoughts and feelings, your sensations and perceptions, your activities and your relationships. So it is a temporary escape, a temporary spiritual bypass.
But that second part, where you re-engage with the world, that's where I...
Yes, you re-engage, but the difference now is that you know yourself. So those aspects of your experience that previously arose on behalf of a separate self, the thoughts and feelings that arose and the activities and relationships that you engaged in on behalf of a separate self, those dissipate. But you still retain the faculties of thinking and feeling and sensing and perceiving and acting and relating. But the old feeling of being a temporary, finite, separate self is gradually washed out of the system. And all your faculties still remain to you, but the sense of being a separate self is no longer there. So your faculties now, they still arise, your thoughts and feelings, but they arise on behalf of the self that you truly are and its innate qualities of peace and quiet joy and love, instead of previously when the same faculties were used in the service of the ego and arose, expressed its anxiety and its fear and its sorrow and its love and so on.
Okay, I see. Thank you.